Hello, hello, hello! Welcome and well back. Welcome to the stream. I'm Leona Theodosia, and today I am playing the Ace Attorney Investigations Collection, which is the two Edgeworth games, in other words. We are about, I believe, halfway through the first case. Given how short my streams are, we never seem to be able to get through all these cases in one go. Not too surprising. But let's jump into it. Okay, actually, let me make sure. Yeah, we're good. Boop. And do this. Okay, and I want to grab this. I have it on continue because I'm pretty sure we were off on a save thing, so it once I hit play, it should go like right into like cutscene kind of thing, even though... Would you call that cutscene? I'm not sure. Anyway, it goes right into it, so I didn't want to I didn't want to have it up yet. Okay. Oop. Oh, is it frozen? Oh, shoot. Hold on. Okay. Boop. Boop. Yep. Okay. I should have caught that because it had no sound. Oh, well. I got it now. We're good. We're good. I'm a silly Billy, but we're good. Okay, sorry, gotta laugh at myself. Alright, let's go! Alright, it has a, what is it? A knight. It has a little knight chess piece. Ooh, let me put this, okay. I need to see my volumes. What? Oh, okay. Edgeworth is immediately annoyed, but to be fair, what happened last time is Edgeworth got kicked out of his own office. Because that's the crime scene. So I understand his frustration. Oh, I think I need to turn this down a little bit. Just a bit louder than what I was last playing. Okay. So we're still in the prosecutor's building, and we're on the 12th floor. I always forget how high up in the building Edgeworth is, and he walks up every single stair. All the time. Okay. Oh. Oh, right. There's not a lot of room on this side. I'm gonna be blocking, let's see, right here? I have to be squished to the side. What was that? What is with that prosecutor? I can't believe how rude he was. It was unbelievable. Please maintain your professionalism, detective. I'm gonna find some real solid evidence proving Maggie's innocent. You'll see, sir. We've been kicked out of the crime scene, sir. True. So then what now? It's like my life's falling into yet another gigantic ditch. Somebody give Maggie a hug and some cocoa, please. Hello, Margaret. Welcome, welcome. Do not despair, Miss Bird. You can overcome this as well. There are many other places and things we should be looking into anyway. Really, sir? For example, this hallway. The linchpin of his argument against Miss Bird is related to the master key. In that case, this hallway is the perfect place to look for more information regarding the mystery surrounding my door. Begin investigation! Okay, gumshoes fuck. I don't know why Edgeworth's little jog, question mark, is getting me at the moment, but it is. Oh, I think I need to turn up, hold on. Background setup things. I think I need to turn off the light. There we go. All right. Yeah, ooh, I hit a button. Oh, actually, I want to hit that button. What do we have? It has been a hot minute. We got Edgeworth's very important prosecutor badge. Let me get the marker up. Edgeworth's badge. Very important. Okay, so we have crime scene notes. Fluid cleaved through the victim's abdomen. The body was found around 2:05 a.m. Victim's revolver issued to the victim and believed to be the murder weapon. Only one shot fired. Oh, right, and we have evidence of 2 shots being fired in the room. Each prosecutor has one in their office. Only they know of them. Prints were white. Oh yeah, prosecutors are the only ones who know about the safe. That's very important. That was important last stream. Okay, one of the files that was written upon in blood was stolen by the culprit. Yeah, one of the gumshoe files. Not because they're related to gumshoe, but because somebody wrote gumshoe on them. Master key. This can open every office door. It was stolen from the security office. Can I use that to go infiltrate other rooms? Why is there a basketball here? What's this basketball doing here? That's Mr. Portsman's prized possession, sir. And I really bought. Actually, let me say that line again. That's Mr. Portsman's prized possession, sir. There we go, that's better. I heard he also plays soccer, dodgeball, and even tennis. Okay, good to know. Avery doesn't really have one standout sport, huh? He just likes winning. And not a single one of those sports is suitable to be playing in a hallway. Why is his prize apparently basketball sitting in the hallway? That could just get stolen! Okay, I'm guessing the hoop goes with the ball. What is the basketball hoop doing here? Hey, didn't this used to be just outside next to the building a long time ago? So when and why was it moved indoors? I don't remember exactly. I saw one of the officers drag it up here recently. Drag it? I heard it wouldn't fit in the elevator, so the poor guy had to bring it himself. All the way up to the 12th floor. Dang, that's a lot of stairs. Oh, hey, Winston Payne, I think. Is it Winston? Is that your name? I know it's Payne as the last name. It looks like you're in quite the pinch, Mr. Edgeworth. To be sure, a murder within the walls of the prosecutor's office is no trifling matter. You must find, apprehend, and punish the killer accordingly. Post haste. Sounds like a messy case you got your hands on. If you ever feel lost or need some advice, my door is always open. How gracious. I will keep your offer in mind. Edgeworth did a little bow. Who is this guy again? Of no one importance. Of no importance. Hello, officer. What do you have to say? Is everything alright? Oh wait, no, that was Edgeworth. Is everything alright? Yes, sir. You must know, I weighed myself this morning. I'm finally at 154 pounds. I don't believe that's what Edgeworth was meaning. Congratulations. But I was asking about this hallway in this room. Oh, everything's okay, sir. Word of advice. Stay focused, or you may start to lose even more weight. Okay. Door. This office. 1203, 1203. Hey Maggie, whose room is this again? It's Mr. Portsman's, sir. So he's my new neighbor, I see. I suppose he moved in while I was away overseas. How do I use up? Can I? Oop. I didn't mean to talk to Gumshoe, but I guess I'm talking to Gumshoe now. I'm okay with this. Okay, anything of interest. Hello, Grandma Iris. Welcome, welcome. Detective Gumshoe. You look rather intrigued by something. Care to share? Oh, it's nothing. But I noticed Mr. Portsman calls his partner Jim. And the detective in that Sunday night drama, All My Cops, is named Jim too. I bet one of them is a big fan of that show. You seem to know a little of something about it yourself. I take it you watch it too. Of course! The tight bond of friendship between prosecutor and detective is great, sir! Is that what you wish you had, Gumshoe? I mean, kinda do, but Edgeworth is a little mean sometimes. But it's nothing compared to the super strong friendship we have. Oh. Friendship, detective? I think you're mistaking it with pity. How can you say that, sir? They're all we've been through, too. You made him cry, Edgeworth! I got an award for that! I'm kind of miffed now. Be nice to Gumshoe! He's a good guy! Goober United! I like that. Goobers Unite! I want to not be in the corner, but at the same time, I can go over here and not block anything, but then I look at weird directions. I'll try this way again. Okay, talk to witnesses. Or talking to witnesses. About Miss Bird. No way she's the killer. Please don't tell me you buy into that accusation, sir. Sister, I think she's innocent. He looks so pleased with himself about that. I sure hope so, because as the viewer, we know who did it, and it's definitely not Miss Bird. However, I need to ask her a few things regarding her security guard position. I need more. Okay, there we go. Well, if you're only asking, that's okay. Just stand next to her and then press A. Then you can Then you two can talk about whatever topic you pick. Then you want to ask her about evidence, all you have to do is present it to her with X. After you choose what to show her, press X again, and off you two go. I recommend showing different people different things. You'd be surprised by what they say. Thank you for the explanation. I don't recall asking for one. I don't either. Thank you, Gumshoe. Oh, just so you know, sir, you can show me evidence in the same way, too. I did notice that. I do believe it's time to get down to business and ask some questions of Miss Bird. Nord again. Stop making Gumshoe sniffle! Edgeworth! I'm gonna scold Edgeworth. Oh. Okay. Look here. Bench. Wait. There's something underneath that bench. Hold on. Wait. Okay. Ooh. I won't rest until I've inspected every suspicious-looking nook and cranny. That. What is this? It's... Ah! Isn't that the missing O series... Wait. 0. Would it be O or 0? I just realized on the spine it's 0H, so it does look like O! YouTuber exercise routine, left side, right side, up, down, repeat. It do be kind of like that sometimes. I don't always remember right away. And then I realize it makes the problem, and then I'm like, I need to move! Usually it's okay to sit on the left side. But this game I have to sit on the right side. Which is okay, I'm just have to make sure, because sometimes I'm looking this way. It's easier to look to the right, but then it's like I'm looking off screen. And I'm sure that might be annoying to some people, so I have to make extra sure I'm looking the right direction. It's sort of like, I have to look this way, but my eyes are going the other way. All for the aesthetics. Okay. But I guess it'd be 0 series? Ah, isn't that the missing 0 series file, sir? No doubt about it. The bloody letters mark it clear as day. Ooh! There seems to be a few pages missing. They're all individually sleeved. My little archivist heart is happy. I worked in archives, by the way, for anyone who doesn't know that. Our thief took only what was necessary and left the rest behind. So what are these 0 files about, sir? I guess they got something worth stealing in them, huh? Not particularly. It's just a collection of court case files. However, the cases within these files are not mine. Looking at cats walking by. Sometimes my cats do distract me, yes. You never know when one of the little fur balls around here comes over and I'm like, Kitty! At least I'm not in view of any windows. There are squirrels usually outside, you know, the world's most distracting creature. And I would absolutely be like, oh, there's a squirrel, and just sit there probably quietly going, there's a squirrel. And chat's like, we can't see it. Oh, Should I put a squirrel in my stream? It is the world's most distracting creature. I'm very tempted. Okay, mischievous thoughts aside. Huh? I belong to the High Prosecutor that used to occupy my current office. I have my reasons, but let's just say I was charged with keeping them as they were. And that means a thief must also wanted the file for a specific reason, right? It would seem so. Only the pages related to that case from 10 years ago are missing. Wonder why anyone would care about such an old case. I want to know what the case is about, or else like I could make guesses. Well-crafted, high-quality sofa for visitors. The stitching is excellent. Okay, Edgeworth knows his sofas? That's a padded bench, though. Talk about a luxury waiting area. These babies are also great for napping, you know. You would sleep even out here, Detective. In a hallway. Whatever I do, I always wind up dreaming about giving testimony up on the stand. But it always ends the same way. Me getting trounced by a lawyer. Isn't that awful? I think I should give it a try sometime. Envision myself winning, naturally. Edgeworth! Edgeworth, you goof! Okay, we can examine underneath. Bet the thief's not under here. No kidding. That's so low down! Who would fit under there? I'm not even sure if a child would fit under there. I guess there isn't enough space for anyone to hide under there anyway. I mean, if somebody could contort themselves to fit, I'd be really impressed. Sounds to me like somebody has already tried at least once before. True. Good point, Edgeworth. Okay, let's talk to Maggie, and then maybe start showing her some stuff. I was wondering if I may speak with you for a bit concerning this case. I've always been a big fan of the courtroom, but this is like a dream. A dream where I'm being cross-examined by the Miles Edgeworth. Oh my gosh, look at that woman's sparkly eyes. Someone's absolutely a fan. How is Edgeworth going to react? Can't let this chance pass me by. I must remember to ask her about the master key. No, completely ignored. Edgeworth! Wait, is Edgeworth used to having people going sparkles at him? I mean, I guess he is. I should jog her memory by showing my notes to her with X. No, we're talking to her first. We'll show her things second. Oh my god, she's so happy. Well, I'm glad we were able to cheer up Maggie for at least a moment. Okay, the victim. Have you ever met the victim before? Well, I've seen him a couple of times before when I had to go to Mr. Portsman's office. Can we stop doing possessive of Portsman? It's hard enough for me to say Portsman. Ah! Fencura Lane, yes. Mr. Faith was always playing basketball with Mr. Portsman, sir. That sounds like fun. Just once I'd have loved to play with them. It sounds fun, but the only person ever taking a shot with Mr. Portsman. How were they playing basketball together then? All Mr. Faith ever did was pass him the ball, sir. Oh, that's how. Okay. On second thought, I don't think I'd have a fit in all that well with them. Gumshoe confirmed team player. Not that we didn't already know that. This is Maggie Bird, correct? I take it that you are an acquaintance of the detective. She was under my supervision back when she was still on the force, sir. One day she got caught in a murder and things started going downhill, so she quit. But I owe a lot to Detective Gumshoe for introducing me to my current employer. Or so I thought until a few hours ago. Right before I was about to clock out for the night. You got caught up in this whirlwind of a case, correct? Don't worry, my whole life has been nothing but a whirlwind of bad luck and failures. Since I was 6 months old, when I fell from the 9th floor of my apartment building. I've been hit by all sorts of vehicles, gotten sick from all sorts of foods, failed at almost every test I've taken, experienced almost every kind of disaster. And now I even managed to be named a criminal just when I've become a security guard. That's a lot to go through in one lifetime. How old is Maggie? I need to check how old Maggie is. She can't be beyond 20. Holy cow. I forgot how chaotic poor Maggie's life was. I feel bad now. I know, and it's just when I thought I had finally found my happiness. I wind up getting you and Detective Gumshoe involved in my bad luck. You don't need to worry about that. Oop. Try again. You don't need to worry about me, Miss Bird. Nor do you need to worry about yourself. I will solve this case and prove your innocence. All I ask in return is for your cooperation. Yes, sir, Mr. Edgeworth. You can count on me. I'll do all I can to help. Okay, let's show her something. Okay, first the key, and then we'll show her the binder. Master key. So when did you discover that the master key was missing? The time I realized it, I think it was around 1 AM, sir? And I noticed it was back at around 2:30 AM. It was just sitting there on the ledge where the security room's reception window is. But I'm sure that between those two times it was not just gone but stolen, sir. Okay, so we got an update on the times it was missing. Added to our evidence. Why is such an important key stored in such an insecure place? Ah, it's not like that, sir. We always keep the key further inside the room, away from the window. Always, you say? Except for this time, correct? Well, I admit I was a bit careless, but I had my reasons. I left it out because I was sorta using it at the time. It was after I had used it that I left it sitting out on the ledge. She used the master key. Okay. I wonder if we can ask her about that now. Okay, what about this? Nope. I'm just a lowly security guard though, so I'm not sure what I should do with that other than to guard it. Yeah, I figured that was her. I don't know. She doesn't have anything to say about this. It's like talking to another gumshoe. Oh my gosh. I don't think she has anything else then to say. Oh, okay, we do get to ask her more about the master key. Use the master key. What did you mean by you use the master key? Oh, I had to use it to open the door for this prosecutor who had forgotten his key. Oop, she put her hat on. I mean, it's my job as a security guard, right? Ah! What is it? That's right! I just remembered! The prosecutor who forgot his key. It was Mr. Portsman, sir. What? Please tell me more, Miss Bird, quickly. Forgetful Mr. Portsman. I keep wanting to say sportsman. It was around 12 AM. Mr. Portsman had forgotten his office key, so he came down to security, sir. And that's when you loaned the master key to him. No way! It's against regulations to loan the master key out to anyone. I walked with Mr. Portsman to his office and opened the door for him personally, sir. I see. And then, what happened after that? Well, he called for me to close up his office as he was leaving to go home. That was around 1:30 a.m., I think. So in summary, for the sake of one forgetful prosecutor, you used the master key twice tonight. Talk about suspicious. I think you can say that you've never left your keys at home, Detective. I think this calls for a thorough examination of Mr. Portsman's door. Okay. Good on talking to back. The music picked up. What is about the door? We'll dress into— oh. You know what? I've read this already, else. Can I go down? Ooh. Okay. Well, investigate this. The door is locked tight. Eh. I bet the old credit card trick wouldn't work here, huh, Mr. Edgeworth? This is the office of a high prosecutor, Detective. These doors would be pretty ineffective if the average cat burglar could get through them. Aha! So, I guess only a great cat burglar could get in. That must be who our culprit is. I advise you to return that conclusion to whatever pawn shop you bought it from. That's weird. Room 1203. Or 203, I guess. However you want to pronounce that. I take it that this is Mr. Portsman's office. Yeah, you can't mistake it because of that basketball hoop, sir. Oh, that reminds me. Mr. Portsman had actually wanted room 1202 really badly. But since you were already occupying it, Mr. Edgeworth, we put him next door, sir. So why was Mr. Portsman so particular about getting room 1202? I'm not sure, but I bet it's because of something like his birthday is December 2nd? Yep, that's gotta be it. I can't think of another reason why. I can think of at least 3. Why am I even wasting time thinking about this? We got the knuckleheaded duo. Minimalist yet classy door made of top quality wood. It's kind of majestic too. Fits in really well with the ambience of the prosecutor's offices. Even Mr. Portsman seems dignified just because he works behind one of these. Nonsense. Man doesn't become more or less dignified because of where he works. Well, he still seems more dignified than Mr. Payne. Mr. Payne? I suppose custodial work can also be dignified. He thinks Winston Payne is a janitor. No dissy janitors, but that's not Mr. Payne's profession there at work. I wonder how much a janitor actually would get paid to work at a prosecutor's office. I would hope a good amount, given that they work in a prosecutor's office. Okay. It's Mr. Portsman's personal basketball hoop. Didn't you just say a bit ago that they took this from outside? Okay. I can't believe you put something like this in the hallway of a prosecutor's office. But you know, it's actually pretty useful, sir. I haven't gotten lost trying to get to your office since it's been here. How long have I had the same office? Yet you still managed to get lost. How long have you been there, Edgeworth? Is that it? I feel like we could look down. Oh! I didn't mean to do that. I guess we could look at what evidence we have. Can we look at Edgeworth's door? Yes, we can. Don't press until it— oh, right. He always does this. Never mind. 1202. These 4 numbers on a number plate alone proclaim this to be my office. Whoops! Hey, these number plates slide right out, sir. I have have to be able to take the plate off when a room becomes vacant, you know. Although, the idea that it can be so easily removed is kind of... important, maybe? I'm thinking some door shenaniganery is definitely at play. I don't see any signs of forced entry. And according to the guard, no signs that the lock was picked either, sir. Meaning the door really was opened with a key. Did you happen to ask if any prints were lifted from the doorknob? Apparently, the doorknob's clean as a whistle. Wiped, they think. Whoever this thief is, I did a good job of not leaving any clues behind. Just look at the door. Oh, it is the same kind. Yeah. Oop. Oh wait, no, that changed a little. That started the same, but it's going a different topic. A minimalist, like, yeah, okay. A minimalist yet classy door made of top-quality wood. It's sturdily made, making it near impossible to break in by force. It's almost majestic, sir. I wish I could be as stately as this door. Only Gumshoe would praise the door as something greater than himself. Being a detective has its own rewards, and a certain virtuous value, I think. If you live up to your full potential, that's a pregnant trait that anyone can admire. I see. So you're saying, sir, that me being me is the best thing I could do for everyone? Right. That long pause wasn't exactly reassuring, sir. I don't think it was supposed to be. He just decided not to be rude. Okay. I really can't go anywhere else. I can run into the wall. The invisible wall, that is. Yeah, we checked the bench. Maggie, we got the ball. You. Okay. What do we have? Okay, that's evident. What do we have to piece together? Let's see. Files in disarray. The culprit rearranged my files twice. Once before and once after the murder. Why? Okay, so another handgun. Other than the victim's gun that I found, could there be another gun in play here? The master key was stolen. It was used to unlock the office. Okay. Oh, wait. Oh, wait, that doesn't add up. Right. Use the master key. The key was used at 12 a.m. and 1:30 a.m. But the key was apparently missing from 1 a.m. till 12:30. How did she get in the room at 1:30 a.m. if the master key didn't show up until an hour later? Do we connect these then? Because that doesn't make sense otherwise. Yeah! Miss Bird, I'm afraid there's a flaw in your story. What? No way, pal. I mean, sir. You said that you locked up Mr. Portsman's office at around 1:30 a.m., correct? However, the master key had already been stolen at that time. Wow, nothing gets by you, Mr. Edgeworth. You saw that contradiction like a pro. I had totally forgotten all about that, but thanks to you, I remember it now. You're right. It was around that time that I realized the master key was missing. And? Well, I'm a security guard, sir. I couldn't just admit to losing the master key, could I? So I pretended to lock up his room, sir. You pretended? Yeah, I used my house key. I made it look like I was locking up, sir. So in actuality, you never did relock the room then? Well, I thought that maybe I could go lock it after I found the key. Come to think of it, I guess the door still hasn't been locked properly. So it should be unlocked. Wait, wasn't Portsman's door locked, though, when we looked at it? Can I go back to... Nope, that's... Sorry. Oh gosh, I mean... Wait, Yeah. Yes. You want to find the suspicious things. I know, Edgeworth. Let me check this again. Yeah, the door is locked tight. Okay. Double check that. I'm gonna go back out. I have... Oop. Wrong button. Yeah. So I can show that. I could ask Maggie about it then. Nope, that's this. Yeah, this. Okay, I don't think these two are gonna connect. Okay. Let's show Maggie the door. Does she say any? Okay, she does say something. I've had to open Mr. Portsman's office up for him a number of times before. I've also had the chance to see the inside of his office on a number of occasions, too. It's got shelves upon shelves of sports memorabilia, trophies, and awards in it. To the point where it's almost beyond gaudy, sir. Maybe I just feel that way because I'm jealous since I don't have even a single one. Don't say that, Maggie. I'll make you a special Guard of the Month award just for you. Thanks for trying, but I've already got a mountain of consolation prizes, sir. They're proof of just how unbelievably unlucky my life has been. Plus, getting an award from you just isn't the same as getting a real award, sir. Poor Gumshoe. Okay, that didn't do anything. Can I show it to What can I show to Gumshoe? Can I show it to Gumshoe? No, Gumshoe has no idea either. Okay, I'll just skip through this. I want to try and avoid reading dialogue I don't need to read for my poor voice at the very least. Do you have anything to say about this? Nope, he has nothing to say about the five. Okay. What do I need to do? Yeah, I can't talk. I mean, I guess I could talk to Gumshoe. He does have Ace Investigator. What is this? Wondering about the investigation. Oh, I've been waiting for this. Learn it. Play a real seasoned pro. Teach her how it's done. A real seasoned pro. Of instant noodle cuisine, perhaps. You know that you can always check out the really important spots in more detail, right? Yes. And if the area's too big, you can always use... Oh, Arctic. Actually, I needed to know that. I felt like I could look in the door area some more, but I didn't know how. Now I know how. Thanks, Gumshoe. Oh, but don't worry, sir. The R command will only show up when you need it. I knew that as well. And when you think there's a contradiction or something unusual, try deduction. First you line up your cursor with a suspicious-looking area, and then press X and choose your poison, I mean evidence. When you've settled on a piece, you gotta present it with X again. I'm pretty sure I already knew that as well, Detective. Well, I sure didn't, so you didn't either. You functionally didn't either, Edgeworth. Well, if you can remember all that, then welcome to the world of pros. I dub you Ace Investigator. Class dismissed. All I wanted was an update about the investigation. Hey, I needed that. Hold on, we go back to the suspicious door. Yes. Oh, I can't move up and down, but I can... Is this... Okay, let me make sure it's in the right spot. Yeah. Okay. That was... Deuce... Is this spot somehow connected to any of the evidence I hold? Yes, the door. Yeah, the key was stolen, so she cannot look it up. But it's locked. Ooh. There's a contradiction here between reality and the evidence. If what Miss Bird has said is true, then why is this door locked tight? Huh? You know, you're right. Miss Bird, are you sure you didn't relock this door? I'm certain of it, sir. I don't think Mr. Portsman noticed it himself that I hadn't. Which means what, sir? It either means he actually does have the key to his office, or that the door Miss Bird opened wasn't this one at all, but a completely different one. You open a different door? How can you prove that? There's an easy way to find out. All we need to do is... we need to examine these. Prints on the master key, prints on the doorknob. Ooh, prints on the number plate! That's probably it. Because when we looked at Mr. Edgeworth's door, they mentioned how easily removed they are, and I'm like, well, that's probably going to be an important detail. So probably this. The prints on the number plate. They will tell us all we need to know. Everything? Really? Like what, sir? Like... oh, Edgeworth didn't think of that. Okay. He's upset. Okay, I'll skip through this. Oh, come on! You didn't think about the plates? Okay. Well... is it gonna be the key, or is it the door? Well, yeah, I mean, it could be both, really. I don't know which one they want us to do. What's the door? I guess we could check the doorknob. But if we have Portsman's handprints on that, doesn't make sense. Maybe the master key, then? We can at least see... okay. Because if it has Portsman's fingerprints on his own door handle, that kind of makes sense. So maybe just the master key itself? Like, we can see who's been holding it? Okay. We examined the fingerprints on the master key. Well, if that's what you want to examine, sir, that was the very first thing we did. And I can tell you, we didn't find any prints other than Maggie's. Okay, so why is it the doorknob? I don't understand. Edgeworth, please explain. Okay, let's skip through this. Edgeworth's face is funny, though. I wish I could figure out where the game wants me to go with this. First, I'm just like, I don't know which one. I could use every one of these. The problems of having a creative mind, it's like, oh, I can use any one of these to figure something out. The prints on the doorknob will tell us everything. Hey, you! Yeah, you, pal! Do us a favor and see what you can lift from this, okay? So, what did you find out? Ooh. No need for such belligerent and nostril-faring detective. Sir! I found only Mr. Portsman's and Mr. Faith's prints on this doorknob. Oh, because it would have Maggie's on it. Oh, that's what we were looking for. Oh, okay, I get it now. I didn't before, but I do now. It's all good. So only 2 people's prints were found on this. Huh? That's pretty decisive. Huh? I'm lost, sir. Thinking logically, a certain other person's prints should be on this knob as well. Maggie's, because she opened the door. Does she have gloves? I guess, but it could be Maggie. Don't you find it odd that the prints of the person who unlocked this door are absent? You mean... yes, the door that Miss Bird opened could not have been this one, but a different one. Okay. I guess I should have realized it was a doorknob because we hadn't had the door evidence updated yet. What do we have here? Well, now we can look down. Ball. This basketball property of Mr. Portsman. Yes, sir. He's always ready for a match. Basketball, soccer, dodgeball, tennis. Doesn't matter what sport it is, he's game. Although I think it'd be a little hard to play tennis with this ball. That isn't the point you should be focusing on, Detective. You're right, sir. Now I know what I should be focusing on. Bad Mr. Portsman. Somebody should teach him to clear out his to clean his toys up after he's done playing. I think we've reached the end of this conversation. Okay, let's actually do the interesting thing. Oh, wait. Oh, that's interesting too. What is this? Looks like a scrap of paper. I'll get it, sir. Let's see. Oh, there's something written on it. Oh, it's from Buddy Faith. I brought the 3 pieces of evidence by, just like we talked about on the phone. But it looks like you're out. Guess I'll catch up to you later. It looks like a note from the victim. Yeah, and it's for Mr. Portsman. More things. This is also removed. What's this? What are you looking at, sir? Oh, hey! How about a game? That's okay, detective. I just found the position of this hoop to be a little off. Hey, you're right, sir! I guess it shifted when somebody made a seriously sweet slam dunk. The positioning of the hoop is definitely unnatural. I'd better take note of this. It's sitting in front of Portsman's office. There are signs it's been moved. Oop. Oh, we're done. That's a rather satisfying noise, isn't it? Looking around in this hallway has actually paid off quite handsomely. Huh? How so, sir? In a variety of different ways. I think it's time we had a little chat with the real culprit of this case. You know who the killer is? Wow, Mr. Edgeworth! As long as my logic is sound, then yes. The mastermind behind this murder is none other than Mr. Portsman. What? Mr. Portsman? I knew it! That's exactly what my logic senses were telling me too. I'm not sure if logic's the right word, Gumshoe, but your heart's in the right place. I suspected it was him from the instant he accused Maggie of being the killer, sir. And there's the real truth of the matter. That is anything but logical. Ladies and gentlemen, prepare yourselves. Come what may, it's time to knock on truth's door. Oh, could barge in. Oop, hello. Mr. Portsman, I finished processing the bloody letter, sir. Alright, let me take a gander at it. Pass it here. Whoop. Okay, looking good. You there, take good care of this. Did he just get smacked in the face? Oh, poor Gumshoe. Well, if it isn't Detective Gumshoe. End of the line for you, Portsman. We got you now. Pull off your dog, Mr. Edgeworth. Is this some kind of joke? It's no joke. We know, Mr. Jack Portsman, that you are the guilty party in this case. Must be pretty upset getting chased out of your own room. I'd be mad too. So I guess you can stay if you promise to stay out of our way. You intend to hide your crime under the guise of a prosecutor doing his job. I can see right through the unsightly paper-thin mask you wear upon your prowl. Who'd have ever thought that it would come to this? Actually, come to think of it, your mentor was Manfred von Karma, right? Ooh, sore spot. Sore spot for Edgeworth. The legendary prosecutor never lost a single case for 40 long years. There was always this incessant chatter about forging evidence with that guy. Really teaches me that I've got to stay on the lookout for false accusations, you know? Are you done trying to play mind games with me? Because they won't work. The only thing you should be using that mouth of yours for is just explaining yourself. Although that, too, will only dig your hole deeper. Either way, your game is up. Well, aren't we full of ourselves? even though you have yet to prove anything. Ooh, prosecutor fight. What is this testimony? I have no idea what sort of harebrained idea you have in mind, but there's a mountain of evidence that points away from me being the culprit. Besides, how may I ask? Oh wait, besides, how, may I ask, do you propose I unlocked your door and got in here? Look, I feel bad doing this to you, but I've got work to do, so we're done here. Sorry, but we are not finished yet. Or you are stubborn. I suppose you're basing your accusations on something. I'll show you what I'm basing my accusations on, with evidence. Yep. I think I know which one to present on. Okay. Nope. That's not what I wanted. Oop. Nope. Okay, there we go. Come on, evidence. How many asks do you propose I unlock the door? Open. Do I use this? I think I can. Wait, can I save? I haven't saved in a bit. I definitely can mess up, but I will do my best. But just in case I mess up really, really, really badly, let's do a save! Okay. Sportsman is such an arrogant jerk. I agree, I don't like him. Yeah, okay. I guess the closest thing I have is possibly this, but it might mean that I have to show something else. Maybe the master key.
Objection!
No, I don't think that was it. The music didn't cut out. Flaw in your logic. Yeah, that doesn't work. Okay. Skip through this, because... I'm forced to do that or the truth will slip away. Yeah, I know! Okay. Do I have... I should be able to press on things, I think.
Hold it!
Can I do that? Yes. Fortunately, I believe I've already shown how earlier. Your speculations mean nothing, as I still insist that I could not gain access to your room. What should I do now? Should I raise an objection? Oh, you had to press. Okay. I hate it when the game does this, because I'm like, I can show evidence. That's the... Especially he just says, I'm gonna do it with evidence, and then you don't. Ah, tricky game. I suppose you would. Claim to have no way to open my door. However, is that really the honest truth? Alright, I'll humor you. Go ahead, I'll shoot. Or wait, go ahead, shoot. The master key? Yeah, because it's very well then. I propose that you use this to open my door. Do I show Maggie? Wait, do I show Maggie? Is that what I actually show? Let me see. Because he didn't, like, take the key. He tricked Maggie, so wouldn't it be Maggie? Yeah. Can I even use... Oh, am I pushing the wrong button? Oh. Maybe I can't. Ah, okay, no, I can't. Alright, so I do show the key. I can look at the profiles, but I cannot use them. Alright, okay, fair enough. Oop, didn't want to do that. Where's my cursor? There it is.
Take that!
Oh, okay, the music cut out. I believe you were able to open my office door with the master key, no less.
Objection!
Wait, hold on for a second. I never laid a finger on that key, as you already know. Precisely. You were able to open my door without lifting a single finger. Well, maybe you did, but only to direct. He's sweating! He's sweating bullets! This is what you get for bringing Edgeworth into your mess. That's right. You used your finger to direct this person to open my door with the key. Maggie!
Take that!
To use Maggie as evidence. You had asked Miss Bird to open your own office door for you, yes? Yeah, I kind of forgot my key at home. Happens a bit too often for my taste, you know? The room you had Miss Bird open at the time was not your own, was it? Still sweating. What? You have quite the imagination. Why don't we ask the girl herself whose door she opened, shall we? I'm certain that it was Mr. Portsman's door, sir. I checked the number plate to make sure I was opening the right door, sir. See? Miss Bird backs up my story. Yet, what if you had misled her? To fool her into thinking what you wanted? Ha! And how do you suppose I did that? By switching the number plates on our doors, for example. That's right, they do slide out pretty easily. Furthermore, you then use one other thing to give a very strong impression. That the door she was opening was yours, and not, in fact, mine. What was it that Mr. Portsman used to make Miss Bird think it was his room? Hoop. Basketball hoop. Hoop. Whoop. Yeah. Their signs have been moved.
Take that!
This one. What? The basketball hoop, sir? It's quite the peculiar fixture in any hallway, let alone a hallway in this building. Which is why it left an unusually strong impression on you. It's an object perfectly suited to sit just outside the office of a peculiar prosecutor. Ah! That's very true, sir. Because there's a basketball hoop sitting there. I thought the door I was opening had to be Mr. Portsman's. There are signs that the hoop has been moved. To sit in front of my office, to be sure. I see. That's how you throw suspicion on people. Thanks for the tip. But I think your conjecture is a little off the racetrack. Ooh, another testimony segment. Now you're just spouting nonsense. I had the girl open my office door. After that, I was in my room the entire time. You don't have a single reason to suspect me. I do, actually. So he intends to claim his innocence to the end, does he? I'm pure as innocent as my jacket. I can easily change that. And Miss Bird is as dirty and guilty as the jacket she wears. My jacket's not dirty, I'll have you know. I just washed it yesterday. Please calm down, or I intend to show who is the one truly covered in slime here. Sir Edgeworth is like, it's okay, Maggie, I got this. Okay. Let me press on this first, in case it's gonna do the last thing it did again. And what were you doing in your office? I was doing my usual training regimen. Training regimen? Were you going through your law books from start to finish? Mainly batting practice, some weights. Oh, and I jog when I get the chance. Oh, you must be the buffest prosecutor we have. With the weakest legal muscles, it would seem. I was doing my usual workout, so... think we show the note. But yeah, under the door for the absent Portsman. Yeah. Think we might present this here. We'll see.
Objection!
Ooh, we're good. He's making his little two-finger waggle to his little motion. Haven't seen that yet, at least that I remember. It released today. That was a lie. What are you talking about? How was that a lie? This note that the victim left for you, Mr. Portsman. A note? It was left under your door. Or did you not notice? Right here it says, but you're out. And it'd have to be delivered before he died. You were not in your room when the victim came to call on you. So then, where were you and what were you doing? Ah! I shall explain it in full detail. Oh, shall I explain it in full detail for you? You were busy snooping around in my room. The very room you had Miss Bird open for you. That's just nonsense. You have no evidence that I made the girl open your door for me. Oh, but I do. I have a very decisive evidence. No way! This is proof positive that you had Miss Bird open the door for you. Is it the door? Yeah, Miss Bird says she unlocked this door, but her prints were not found on the door. I don't know what else it could be, so... door. Had your door dusted for prints. My door? Huh? What for? Come on, I bet you didn't find anything. You sure are good at wasting time. You're right. You didn't find anything. And definitely not Miss Bird's fingerprints. Her prints? What do they have to do with anything? Says Mr. I'm sweating bullets. Let's put it this way. If she really was the one who opened your door, then her prints should naturally be on the doorknob she touched. Further, all the prints on my office door have been wiped clean off. I can only assume it's because Miss Bird's fingerprints were on it. Don't you think it's time you gave up your charade? 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 Is it charade or charade? Charade? Charade. I don't remember right now, moving on. We know you stole into my office with the intent of stealing something from me. And Detective Faith found you out. Possibly because he heard sounds coming from a room whose occupant was on leave. Ooh. So, Portsman, you killed Mr. Faith to silence him. And I had the misfortune to return when I did. You had to threaten me as you escaped. As I said when you had the gun to my back, no one gets away with committing murder in my office. Oh, now he's just laughing. Oh, he's laughing even more now. I'm not doing that. And just what's so funny, pal? He's getting Mike Wazowski now. I'm not changing that. You could get Mike Wazowski. Well, that took a stiff seriousness off. Okay. Well, that took... Okay. Try again. Well, that look of stiff seriousness on the face of this office finest prosecutor, as he makes a huge mistake in accusing me, is simply too much to bear. There's just nothing else like it in the world. What? Mr. Edgeworth just explained it all, and he even backed it up. You're the murderer. Stop trying to be slippery and just admit the crime already. And as I said earlier, it's also circumstantial, so full of conjecture. You say you checked my doorknob for prints. Well, I can readily confess I had wiped that knob down well. Eh? I'm a little obsessive-compulsive, you see. I didn't want to touch a doorknob that you had touched, which is why I wiped the doorknob down as soon as I could after you opened the door. After that, it makes perfect sense that only Jim's and my own prints would be on there. Hello, Farouk. Welcome, welcome. You made that up just now, didn't you? Furthermore, as for the note Jim left for me, what do you know exactly when that was? For all we know, he could have left it there before I arrived at the office. Like early evening, for example. Are you saying you failed to notice a note in your doorway? Heh, even geniuses fail at times. I was probably too preoccupied by work-related matters, although that's no excuse. Now let's just flat out lie. There's no way you didn't notice a note that size. But you can't prove that, can you? Edgeworth is thinking. Say something, Mr. Edgeworth. Back me up here, sir. Schwartzman makes a good point. I can't prove that he didn't simply overlook it. Besides, I have an airtight alibi. Airtight, you say? Only just realized I had one as we were talking. I guess it would have been better for all of us if I just told you sooner. Well, he's talking more. That means we can find more contradictions. If memory serves, you came back to this office around 2 a.m., correct? And it was then that you had that unfortunate confrontation at gunpoint with the culprit. At exactly that time, I was down in criminal affairs. Ask around. I'm sure the other detectives will corroborate my story. It's the perfect alibi. Do you really think it's that perfect? Like I said, I don't care. Ask around all you like. You'll see for yourself. Detective Gumshoe. Yes, sir? Yeah, oh wait. Sir, yes, sir. I'll go check out his alibi, sir. Be right back. And sometime later... Mr. Edgeworth, sir. I think we're in trouble. It's just like Mr. Portsman said. The guys down in criminal affairs said they saw him around 2 a.m. You see? All the evidence points to him being the culprit. So there must be a contradictory point in his alibi somewhere. I think we need to poke at him. And by that, I mean press. Poke the sporty guy. Actually don't want to poke him. Okay, we'll just press on everything. You were correct. It was around 2 a.m. Are you sure? It's really important to me that you're spot on with the time. I remember checking my watch then to make no mistake it was 2. Ooh, giving testimony like a pro. Okay, so you came back to your office at 2. Okay, and confrontation at gunpoint. It was as you say, however. Yes, however, you're the only one who claims to have bumped into the culprit. So tell me, did you see the person's face? Was it me who you saw? It was pitch black, so I couldn't actually see. Oh, come on now. I'm sure you saw something. Try a little harder, why don't you? I'm beginning to feel like I'm the one being interrogated here. Oh, well, it doesn't matter if you remember or not. Only matters that you ran into the culprit. Criminal affairs. Why were you down there? So you paid the criminal affairs department a visit. Yep, right after I left the prosecutor's building, I headed straight for the precinct. Okay, ask around.
Hold it!
That was really abruptly into the next one. Well, we did go and ask around to confirm your testimony. And it was just as I said, right? Yes, sir. A number of detectives said they saw you at around that time. See? I have the perfect alibi. That's the ace I had up my sleeve. Ugh. Possible. He actually does have the perfect alibi. What's wrong? Why the sudden look on your face? I just realized the pun in Sasuke's name, you put it... Actually... Yeah, it's sportsman, which is why I keep messing it up, because I keep wanting to say sportsman, not portsman. I'm like, gosh, dang it, I know what the pun is, and it's messing me up. But I so enjoy the Ace Attorney punny names. Can't you say anything back, Mr. Edgeworth? I think we've reached the end of the line, and it's time to get off this crazy train. You there. Sir. Please escort the young lady out, but remember, be gentle. Maggie! Detective Gumshoe! Ooh. Is there nothing I can do? There must be a way to turn the situation around. I only had a clue. Did I miss something that can help me cast doubt on his alibi? The intruder I met could not have been Portsman. Then who could it have been? I need to calmly think this through one more time. And with logic. Fires in disarray. Another gun. Intruder could not have been Mr. Portsman. Then who could have been? The culprit rearranged the files twice, once before and once after. Oh! Yeah. Maybe there's two different people at... Maybe two different people broke into Edgeworth's office today. Maybe? Is that it? Oh! Well, it worked! So I guess that was it. Yay! Evidence points to the shelves being disturbed once before and once after the murder. But who's to say that the person who did it the second time is the same as the first? Which could mean that there was already another person who paid a visit to my office tonight. Yeah. Maybe the victim and his killer weren't the only visitors to my office. The other victim's gun that I found, could it be the other gun in play here? Or maybe the victim and his killer weren't the only visitors. Well, there are only two to connect. I would hope so. If indeed there were two culprits, then that resolves the contradiction between our murder weapons. Despite the fact there are two bullets here in this room. The murder weapon only shows signs of being fired once. Even the possibility the other bullet was fired from another's visitor's gun. Furthermore, I suppose that second culprit's gun was the one that was pointed at my back.
Objection!
Mr. Portsman, it seems I need to amend my assumptions regarding this case. Great, so you finally came to your senses. Mr. Edgeworth! Sir, what are you saying? This has been a big misunderstanding on my part from the start. I'd assumed that the only person I ran into was the killer, but that may not be the case. What do you mean? The person I ran into was just your average thief. A thief? But sir, doesn't that cause some sort of contradiction in the facts? Oh, I know his old prosecutor jacket is rather silly. Makes me laugh too. Not at all. It simply means that the killer was someone else. And it means that in actuality, two culprits stole into my office tonight. What do you mean two? It explains both why my shelves were disturbed twice, and how there were two guns. Mr. Portsman tricked Miss Bird and gained entry into my office.
Objection!
Now you're just leading the argument. You still don't have any actual proof, you know. You could please go along with my hypothetical scenario for now, Mr. Portsman. In the end, if you really are innocent, you should have nothing to worry about. Ugh. Now then, returning to my scenario. Mr. Portsman was out to steal something from me, which is why he checked my secret safe and ransacked my shelves. This is the first time. So then, this would be when the files were put back in the wrong order, right? Correct. And then, just when he was about to look somewhere else, who should walk in but his own partner, Mr. Faith? Why did Mr. Faith come into your room, sir? He probably had business with Mr. Portsman, which is why he was in the area. So that's when he noticed sounds coming from my office, would be my guess. Oh, because you were supposed to be away, right? Or maybe because it was still set up to look like Portsman's office? Did he change the numbers in the ball hoop back to its original position at this time? He could have just walked in thinking it was the right place. Or maybe he did, because he did leave that note. Huh. Okay. And he must have thought it was odd, so he came into this office to check it out. Correct. And as a detective, that was the right thing to do. But when he came in here, he found his own partner standing there. Because it was Mr. Portsman. Mr. Faith probably let his guard down. But Mr. Portsman was not so merciful as to let him leave alive. He waited for a chance and stole Mr. Faith's gun from him, and then... he killed him. He silenced Mr. Faith for catching him in the act of stealing. Why are you sweating bullets now? You weren't before, and nothing's really changed that much. This was the moment in which the first shot was fired, the one that landed in my files. Following that, Mr. Portsman wiped the gun down and left it behind as he made his exit. He could afford to do that because he had also left the fake dying message behind. You're such a complicated troublemaker, you know that? Well, if things were as simple as that, then all this would be solved. However, there was yet another visitor to my room, and this is where it gets complicated. There was another? Visitor, sir? Yes, and this other person's objective was also to steal something from me. Now then, even after Mr. Portsman left, the door to my office remained unlocked. However, this new visitor had no way of knowing that, and so... they stole the master key from the security guard's room, and then entered my room and searched through my shelves. This was the second time they were disturbed, but it seems the thief found their prize. The stolen zero file, right, sir? Correct. Only just as the thief was about to leave with the file, I appeared. The thief then threatened me with his own gun, and made their escape. The second bullet was fired during that brief encounter. So the shelves getting messed up twice in the 2 bullets. It was all because 2 different people were doing those things at 2 different times. Precisely. So, now do you see, Mr. Sportsman? The person I met was just a thief, and was not, in fact, Mr. Faith's killer. Your alibi for the time frame in which I ran into the other person is now irrelevant. Oh, that's why he's sweating. Because we now know that the murder took place during the first culprit's visit.
Objection!
Oh, he's laughing. What's so funny, pal? Absolutely splendid. Your scenario explains everything. Of course it does. It's Mr. Edgeworth, after all. But you know, it still doesn't change the fact that it's all circumstantial. Supposing if, and that's a big if, your theory is right, it would indeed render my alibi, which has withstood scrutiny, mind you, irrelevant. Okay, are you gonna stop laughing or are you gonna start talking? There's still one defining point of your argument for which you have no evidence. Your supposition that I was the first visitor. Ugh. Mr. Edgeworth, you can't let him get away with that, sir. But he has a point. I've absolutely no proof at this point. Say that, sir. I don't believe this. Don't worry, Maggie. I'll do something if I must. You know something? I find your attitude to be somewhat peculiar, Mr. Edgeworth. But the person you met really was just a plain old thief. Then why is that person not your main suspect? That is, if your theory is correct. Oh, more testimony. Alibi part 2. That thief you ran into should be your real suspect, wouldn't you say? I should be out there looking for that thief right now. They might still be nearby. I hate to repeat myself, but as I've already said, I was training in my room. When Jim came to deliver some evidence to me, I was down at criminal affairs. So I can't be expected to know what happened around here after I left. So you think that we should be out there looking for the thief? Of course! Now isn't the time to be having these dead-end discussions. I don't think it's all dead-end. I find your alibi to be fascinating. Let's continue where we left off, shall we? He was not expecting that. I know he's lying. I know he was here at the scene of the crime. Grandma Iris, your comment is silly. I just have to find a way to prove it. He does have Sephiroth bangs, I agree though. Edgeworth has Sephiroth bangs. It is a rather... What do they call them now? I think people call them hair vents nowadays. They were a popular look back in the 1990s for anime characters. Maybe earlier? I'm not sure. That's not exactly something I've looked into the history of. Okay. So, we should just press. Okay, wait. What was that on? Yeah. Okay, we want to go... So, after the thief. Why is he not going after the thief? Or, why isn't the thief the main suspect? There we go. Actually, no, I wouldn't. Why not? It's elementary. The dying message, of course. Mr. Faith's killer very clearly left those letters on the spine of those files. And it was after they were all on there that the thief stole one of them. You mean one of the 0 files, right? And that's how we also know the letters themselves were a setup, and not from Mr. Faith. If the thief was the killer, do you think they would try to undermine themselves? Or maybe the killer didn't think of that either? Yes, that must be it. Maybe, just maybe. Looking at the thief.
Hold it!
It might be nearby. Maybe. Once escaped, I highly doubt a thief would linger nearby. Well, you never know. Maybe they didn't get what they were really after. Oh, you talk like you know quite a bit about this thief. It's nothing like that. I have no idea about anything, after all. Ooh. Slip up. Okay.
Hold it!
According to Mr. Faith's note... Hold on, I thought we already cleared that up. Didn't we say that Jim left the note for me in the early evening? If you have proof that he left it at a different time, say just before he was murdered. I don't have any, no. You see? So I insist again that I was in my office the entire time. Okay.
Hold it!
Deliver some evidence. Wait. Wait, he said evidence. How does he know Mr. Faith was delivering evidence if he didn't see the note? Did he ever get shown the note? Huh, that might be something. It might not be. Why didn't you go there with Mr. Faith? Ah, that's because he said he was tired and was going to take a quick nap. You know those sofas in the hallway? He likes to sleep on those. It's one of his habits. And what of the evidence he brought? There were things related to yesterday's case. Just 2 items. A gun and a pendant. Ooh. Interesting. This piece of testimony seems too crucial to let slip through the cracks. Oh, okay, that got included. More info. A gun and a pendant. Yes, this gun, which was the murder weapon. And this pendant, which belonged to the victim. And why were you taking them to criminal affairs? There was something in a past case file I wanted to compare these two, too. But all this has nothing to do with this case right now. Anyway, I believe you'll find the long paper trail I left to your satisfaction. That's not matching up with what Detective Gumshoe found out. Okay, so I can't expect to know what happened. Are we at the end? Last. Okay. Yeah, this is a loop around dialogue. I don't think it's... Yeah, it's... okay. We need to go back to the evidence testimony. does not let me go through too fast. Unfortunately. Is this it? Yes. Okay. He brought me 2 items, a gun and a pendant, that are related to like yesterday's case. Oop. Okay. I don't have it added. Okay. Actually, let's look at the evidence. Murder weapon, only 1 shot fired. Not sure what to do with this. We don't have the actual gun. Oh, wait. Maybe I actually want to use the note? Because he said 3 pieces of evidence. But Portsman's only listing 2. Okay, let me give it a save just in case. I don't know why I'm saving. Didn't really need to do that, but we did it. I did it anyway. Okay, let's present the note. Thank you, Grandma Iris.
Objection!
Ooh, the music cut. I was right. Only 2 pieces. I believe the proper phrase here is "you fail." Excuse me. You fail as a prosecutor, Mr. Portsman, as you intend to keep evidence hidden from me. What are you talking about? I haven't hidden anything from you. Well, here's a piece I think you should read carefully. Ah, it says that Mr. Faith was bringing 3 pieces. Yes, and this is the victim's real dying message to you, Mr. Portsman. I can't believe to get tripped up by a simple arithmetic. Where is the missing piece of evidence? Are you... He's gonna eat that medal at some point. You have it, don't you? Only the guilty would make such a face. Detective Gumshoe. You don't have to say it, sir. I'll pat the guy down from head to toe. Don't come closer, I'm warning you. This is all part of the investigation, pal. So don't even think about stopping me. The 2 other officers are just sitting there. Okay. Portsman just screamed out no really loudly, which I don't feel like doing right now because my voice is getting a little worn out. Hey, what's this? He had this on him, sir. Oh, it's a tape. It's a VHS tape? VCR? Wait, no, VCR tape? It's an old tape player. It's pre-DVD era stuff. I haven't used the term in a while. Oop. In a while. I should get a drink too while we're getting this new evidence. Very old school. Yeah, you can tell when this game was made. The Ace Attorney has a weird relationship with technology, so it's like when people are always like, but we had better technology then. I'm like, not when the game was made. This game series is old. They placed it in the future, but they didn't. Yeah, it actually, the original Ace Attorney game was, I'm pretty sure, made in the 90s. It was it a phone game at first? It might have been a phone game at first. And then they ported it to the DS. And the DS is what the international peeps like me got. Did people not know that Ace Attorney started off as a phone game? I think. Or it was something, well, no, wait, maybe it wasn't a phone. It was something that wasn't on, like, the Game Boy Advance or DS. Wait, no, wait, it wasn't a phone game. It wasn't a phone game. I'm misremembering. It was a Game Boy Advance game, but I think it came on the DS. I need to look up. When did the first Ace Attorney game come out? I also need to actually drink my water. Hold on. I'm like, when did it came out? Because it's like, wait, no, phones were too old back then. When did the first Ace Attorney game come out? Ba-ba-da-ba-da. I need to get my story straight for once. This is why I have sticky notes everywhere. I always misremember. Oops, something. Yeah. If I put in wiki, it'd be easier to find the wiki page, wouldn't it? Yeah, the first Ace Attorney game. Oh, okay. No, that's just Ace Attorney in general. That's not helpful. I think I have to put in Phoenix Wright. Yeah, Phoenix Wright. I want to know why the flower vase in the background has a clavat. Like, wait. Oh, it's a flower arrangement. It was a gift, I think, from Wendy Oldbag. Go Google her. Okay, this one. Let's see. Yeah, it was released in 2001 for the Game Boy Advance. It was Game Boy Advance. And then it got to the DS version, which I think was the version everyone got besides Japan. But it is pretty old. The series is pretty old. Okay. This Edgeworth game takes place after the first Ace Attorney. Let's see. Was it the first game? Yeah, second game is the actor one with when Maya gets kidnapped. That's the end of the second game. The end of the third game is the spirit medium one. So yeah, you taking down Manfred von Karma is the first game. And I'm barely... Yeah. This Investigations, I think, takes place between the first two games and the third game. Because I think Phoenix is pretty miffed at Miles. Because I know Edgeworth shows up at the second game. But yeah, they take place... They were... Yeah, they're made... But still, the point being, this is all taking place around with, like, knowledge of 2001 technology. So everything's a bit out of date, even though I think... Oh gosh. I'm not looking it up, but there is a timeline, and... Yeah, there's a specific reason why I know the technology doesn't add up in the Ace Attorney games, but I'm not gonna say that. That gets a little no. Okay, less side tangents. More... More checking out this tape. Despite what you said, it would appear that you do have something to hide. But why would he hide something like that? There's only one reason why anyone would hide evidence of this caliber. Because it would unequivocally point to that person himself as the real killer. He's going to eat that medal once again. Let's examine this videotape in a little more detail. The section of the tape that will drive the last... Wait. The section of the tape that will drive the last nail into his coffin. AGA... Oh, there's blood on this. Ah, that's blood, isn't it? Yes, and I believe this is what the good prosecutor was trying to hide from us. The blood is still fresh. You mean this might be Detective Faith's blood? No, you got it all wrong. No amount of denial can save you. We have but to run a blood test to find the truth. I told you that you had received evidence. You told us that you had received evidence from the victim earlier. Now you will tell us when and how did the victim's blood find its way onto this video. Yeah, it's totally suspicious. Was it at the moment of his death? Did Detective Faith have this videotape on his personage when you killed him? You know very well there's no way to prove that. But even if we were to examine this tape for fingerprints... That struck a nerve. If I had to take a guess, I'd say that the only ones on here would belong to the murderous you and Mr. Faith. No, impossible. I told you he was going to eat that. That is not food safe. Bye. This is what you get when you eat a chunk of metal. You get laid flat out. Oh my gosh. Okay. That was a fun breakdown. As in the criminal broke down all the barriers. We now prove that he was the culprit. Everyone left. Okay. Mr. Portsman has been placed under arrest for the murder of Detective Buddy Faith, sir. Very good. And the results we got back from the lab techs on the tape turned out to be real solid, sir. The blood work came back and it was definitely Mr. Faith's blood on there. And as a bonus, they were able to lift a few of Mr. Faith's fingerprints as well. Thank you so very much, Mr. Edgeworth. I still can't believe I got to see your cool deduction skills outside the courtroom. I'm impressed beyond words, sir. It was nothing. I'm just sorry you got caught up in a murder in my office. Please accept my apologies. Oh, it's nothing really, compared to what I've been through, I mean. I consider myself lucky that it was only a burglary and a murder this time, sir. If it had been a holdup or a hostage situation, I'd have thrown my hands up in the air. I think I'm finally rising from a goddess of misfortune to just an unlucky person. Something tells me we should have hired a different person for security detail. You know something, sir? That Mr. Portsman really was one corrupt prosecutor. And why would you say he was corrupt? Well, I heard that there were a number of suspicious things related to his court cases. There was even rumors about how some of the evidence he uses is forged, sir. Forged evidence, huh? And they say he even decided not to prosecute a few cases for some really vague reasons. Oh, that guy was a complete disgrace to the entire profession. I never did get around to asking what his reason was for breaking into my office. Yeah, whenever we got near that topic, he just clammed up. Although we can be pretty certain that it was to steal something. This is just between you and me, sir, but there's a rumor that some sort of huge organization is involved behind the scenes. Oh, well. With Mr. Portsman not willing to divulge anything, it certainly lends credence to that rumor. It would seem that we haven't heard the last of this. Huh? And Mr. Portsman isn't the bad guy. I didn't say that, but rather, there are still many more mysteries for us to solve. For example, we still haven't figured out the significance to this piece of evidence. Oh. The safe? I guess. I mean, I doubt it's gonna be his prosecutor badge. It's not gonna be that or this. It's only the safe, I guess.
Take that!
Oh. No, maybe not. I think there's any mystery left to that, sir. You might be right there. I think you solved the case already, Mr. Edgeworth. The only thing left we still don't know about is maybe this. Oh, the file. Oh, right, because it got taken. We never figured out. Oop. My bad. Gumshoe had to point it out. Gumshoe being the best. Can you tell that Gumshoe's one of my favorites? I kind of miss that he's not. Wait. Is he in Dual Destinies? I don't think he's in Apollo's game. Unless he shows up at the end. Is he in Dual Destinies? I know a few people Edgeworth himself makes a cameo. Does Gumshoe show up? Or... he might... I can't remember off the top of my head, but I want to know. Anyway. Yes, the 0 series file, the significance of which we have yet to fully comprehend. The person who stole this file, the other villain of the night. Yeah, I wonder who it was. And what happened to the stolen pages? I wonder, who in the world was it that held me up at gunpoint? Wonder why they chose red feathers for bird. Could not say. Oh, hello, person. Mr. Edgeworth, sir. Yes. I came across this while I was processing your office earlier, sir. This card. Yatakarasu! I'm getting ahead. What is it, sir? Is that a bird or something on there? It's not just any bird. This is the mark of the raven, a 3-legged raven. Even you should know what this is, detective. Yatagarasu! Yatagarasu. That's a Japanese mythological raven? Or crow? I've heard it be interchangeable. But it's, I think it has connections to Amaterasu, the sun goddess, head Shinto goddess. At least from what I remember. But yeah, it's a 3-legged black bird. That's good. It's usually a good omen, if I remember correctly. I don't... is there anything? I don't know. It's been a while since I've read the legend. Anyway, moving on. Oh, it's about the thing, isn't it? The great thief everyone's talking about. Yes, it is the mark of the great thief Yatagarasu. Yatagarasu. I'm having fun just saying it now. Under the mark of a legendary bird, the Yatagarasu is noble to the end. A modern Robin Hood. Labeled mysterious and phantom-like, the Yatagarasu appears and vanishes at will. Though we don't know much about this thief's ultimate goal, we do know the targets. The Yatagarasu likes to find and make public evidence of corrupt dealings of all sorts. The theft is always performed in silence, and always with perfection. Once a target is chosen, no dramatic calling card or announcement is sent forth. Instead, the chosen corporation is infiltrated without even the The chosen corporation is infiltrated without even the target noticing. Some days later, the evidence that was found is sent out to the mass media, along with this single card. Although it has been a while since the Yatagarasu's last appearance. Hey, Mr. Edgeworth! Look, something's written on the back. What? Let me see. It's the location of where the thief put the stolen files. So the person who stole the contents of the file was the Yatagarasu. Yatagarasu. Organization. A few key words are popping up in this mystery. The murder in my office. The return of the great thief Yatagarasu. Looking back, I can't say I didn't see these events coming. They were heralded by the incidents that began to occur 2 days ago. I believe that's, yep, the end. To be continued. Yes, I would like to save. Turnabout visitor awarded. We got a card with a funky little symbol on it. Turnabout Airlines is next. But that will have to be at a later time. Because we're definitely not going to get very far into that today. So we'll have to do that get into that next time I play this. Oh, that was good. Even though I did mess up a few times. But I was doing pretty good. I did pretty good. I'm going to give myself a little gold sticky star. I did good. I didn't have to look anything up. The only thing I looked up was trying to figure out the release date for the Ace Attorney series. I call that good in my books. So, yeah. There's that. It's definitely interesting. I'm very glad we're actually past the first case, so we're going to get on to the second case, which I do recall it being fairly interesting, though I don't remember all that much. I remember it being interesting. I did like this. Then again, all of Edgeworth's cases are interesting. They're very well done, in my opinion. Well written. Well, okay, I'm not the best writer, so I may not be the one to ask for that, but still. But yeah, if you did like the video, be sure to like, maybe comment, and all that other jazz. I'm sure y'all have been on Twitter and YouTube before. Just all the regular things. I appreciate the support, I will say. And that's even if you're watching the VOD or watching live, I appreciate both. And if you want to stick around longer, having followed or subscribed, you get to be a Meesey. A little inky looking, but usually they're painted Meesies. You see them in the opening, my starting screen and my ending screen, so they come in lots of different colors, a little bit of different shape. Look at the ears, they actually are different. So yeah, you can join the crew and be a little painted BC. See more investigations as the time goes on. I definitely will be playing more. Though, if you do like investigations, you might like another series I'm working on that I'm going to play more of on Friday, which is Agatha Christie's Hercule Poirot, The First Cases. We're a little ways into it, so you can definitely check out the VODs on my YouTube channel. There's a playlist for it, so be sure to check that out if you're interested in more visual mystery novels. This one's by, I guess if you like mysteries, Agatha Christie's definitely a name you want to put in your lexicon. At least I think that's the proper word to use then. Anyway, Agatha Christie is known for her really good mystery works. I mean, she has been passed away for quite a while at this point, but she's still talked about. So yeah, definitely check that one out if you want more mystery games. Not as silly as this one, but still very good mystery game. And I think, let's see, I don't think I have anything else to say. You can always check on my community page on my YouTube channel, or my Blue Sky, or my Tumblr, my other social medias. I have them linked. Please look for them. That's both on Twitch and YouTube. Did I say Twitter before? Oh no, I might have got the words mixed up. I'm sorry if I did. But yeah, be sure to check out the schedule for upcoming videos. But for now, I am going to end it here and bid all of you farewell with fun. Bye-byes! And I hope to see y'all on another stream!